Hello, beautiful ones. It is Friday the 13th. This is a very powerful day. It's a powerful number, and I'm here to encourage all of us to reclaim and take the power back. It has been a hijacked number, a hijacked day, just like a lot of things that we're seeing that are being uncovered in the current situations on planet Earth in 2021. And I believe this Aquarian energy and Uranus energy is really asking us to come into our authenticity, to reclaim our power, to remember our sovereignty. And so I am here today, been in hermit mode. And so first, I have a lot I want to share, a lot of things that have been coming to me over the last couple days, but I want to slow it down because my Virgo brain gets a little bit going too fast sometimes. So first and foremost, what came to me the other night was a lot of us empaths, a lot of us light workers have been in this quiet mode because of the intensity of what we are witnessing on the earth plane with humans and humanity right now. And so I know a lot of us have went really deep inner, sometimes even being like a recluse. I know I have, although I've been very busy outside and stuff too. At the same time, just feeling like let the people on the planet that have not woke up yet just do their thing. Let the cards fall how they may. I'm gonna have to turn my fan off. It's blowing my candle out. Hold on. So a little reminder that even if you're only getting together and communicating with people that are in your tribe, small communities, people that are like-minded, it's time to come out of that cocoon, guys. We are no doubt in a spiritual battle right now with the consciousness of our minds. We're in this expansion of our consciousness and a lot of people awakening, right? Because Uranus being in Taurus, the great awakener in the earth plane, in the body. So there's this huge awakening happening. And so this whole time, Saturn energy that is wanting us to keep restricted and keep us under the thumb of a few is really trying to squirm and fight back on that. So come out, communicate with people, even if it's just, you know, a close friend, other people that understand you, because what's happening is all the empaths and the light workers who have been deemed conspiracy theorists and batshit crazy or tinfoil hat wearers, all of these things that we've known when we woke up are starting to come to the light, and we're not so batshit crazy after all. So I never claimed that anyway, and even if people did call me that, it was like, oh, okay, I consider that a compliment. So that was the first thing I wanted to share, is it's time to come out, guys. We got to keep putting our light out on the lamppost. So back to the sacred feminine energy. 13, Friday the 13th. It's been hijacked. It's time to reclaim it. So here I am on Friday, which is also Venus Day. That is beauty. That is love. That is compassion. That is resources. It's also fertility. So I was born on a Friday, and 13's always been one of my lucky numbers, and go figure, it's such a feminine goddess energy. But you know, again, reminder that it is also that energy, the divine feminine, also in our masculine. So a time for compassionate action, compassion through communication, reclaiming that 13 to be the very spiritual goddess number that it is, instead of all these demonic bullshit, right? Friday the 13th, ooh, superstitious, be careful, it's dark. Friday the 13th, the movie, all bullshit. Again, same with the number 666, hijacked. Time to reclaim it. Time to stop demonizing things that are very sacred and powerful. And I believe that's where our role as light workers will come in, because the more and more people, the revelations that are happening, more people are going to understand, if they so choose at this time, whatever their role is, to see that religion was a hijacking, government's a hijacking, big pharma's a hijacking, and it's really our time to claim back our sovereignty, to reclaim our sovereignty in our bodies, and do not let anybody dominate over top of that. So again, 13 is also, there's 13 lunar cycles in a astrological year. Women have, if they're in sync, have 13 menstrual cycles in a year. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the new moon energies kind of, if you're in sync as the feminine of that, having your menstrual cycle, your lunar cycle, your time of shedding, and then around the full moon should be the time that you're ovulating. It's a time of fertility. It's a time of, you know, manifesting. And so it's always a birth and a death and a rebirth, shedding the old, planting seeds for the new. This huge, amazing, beautiful energy of the goddess 13 that's been hijacked. So reclaiming that again, with it being Friday, Freya also affiliated with that. So I'm going to clear our energy. I haven't been on in a long time, and again, I have a lot of things that have been coming to me over the past few days, and I don't want to get too much into my intellectual mind. I just want to flow from my heart. So if you would join me in this beautiful, very sacred time of Friday the 13th, not again just this day today, but we had the 8-8 portal. We're still in that energy of the Lion's Gate. We also had the new moon in Leo, which is the heart, which is the lion, which is the courageousness. So in just superficial whatever astrology, we are so much more than our sun sign. And a lot of these little pop cultures and people that don't really understand the astrology will just throw up sun signs, and we are far more than that. So again, with this beautiful Friday 13th, the lunar cycles, the shedding and the menstruation cycles of the feminine, the 13 lunar in the true calendar. 13 is also the sign of Ophiuchus, so research more on that. Also 3, 9, and 12, because that is the common denominator. 3 is the house of Gemini, communication, our intellect. 9, our higher mind, our higher learning, the sign of Sagittarius. And then also 12, Pisces, spiritualness. It's the one fish swimming down, the one fish swimming up. It's our body and spirit in this beautiful energy that's all correlating, right? There's 4. There's earth, fire, water, and air. There's 3 signs for each of those elements. It's just amazing how the numerology is very significant. It's been hijacked. And so let's just clear our energy again with this bowl. Close your eyes, breathe in the divine energy of the divine white light down through your star chakra. Root yourself up through your root chakra, which is located around your tailbone, and kind of meet with that energy and do some breath work into your heart space. Call upon the divine white light, the creator of the universe, to fill me up with your presence, your agape love. Every listener that comes in, remind them of the powerful energy that they are, created in his, her image, that we're sovereign, that we're galactic, and that we are no longer going to be held down by the oppression and the suppression of the Saturnian energy that has for far too long wanted to restrict us, to bind us, to shut us up. We give thanks on this powerful day today. Every day is a powerful day. We're blessed, we're thankful, and we give thanks in advance. So this is our reminder, guys. We have had intensity coming up. I'm going to do a first card from the Divine Feminine. But the consciousness, we had some really strong storms here in the state of Michigan where I am. And it was something that I haven't seen in the almost 47 years that I've been incarnated on the planet this time. And what came to me about that is the more intensity that brews, right? Remember when you woke up, how did you feel? It was like all the same signs of grief, the anger, the, feeling resentful. So think about that for the people that have not woke up yet, that are possibly waking up. There's a lot of energy being put out there, a lot of energy responding to us. Some of the weather is from our consciousness, from all the anger brewing in the ethers because of people, maybe just walking around angry, not doing their shadow work yet, not looking within yet. So just keep that in mind. I do believe some of it is warfare, but also I believe our consciousnesses and where we are in the cosmos, because I do believe Jupiter's weather system has changed as well. So it's not just Earth, it's other planets, as above, so below. Creator created the entire universe and all that inhabit it. Something that's coming through that I need to share today is the reminder of the Uranus energy in Taurus. Taurus is fixed Earth. And this awakening planet of Uranus, I think, is wanting us to question, are we in sync with nature? Are we in gratitude for our resources that the Earth, that Creator created? Are we taking more than we need? Are we depleting her? And it's crazy with this Green New Deal that they're trying to put through just to tax us, that these corporations have robbed, raped, and depleted the resources that Gaia sustains all of us with. And they're blaming it on everyday people alone, just like you and I. I'm not saying every person is awake and aware. I see people litter all the time, and that's just somebody that is totally out of sync with nature and how the earth sustains us. But again, the corporations rob, deplete, rape, and yet they're trying to blame us. So it's this awakening energy with Uranus of, well, we're going to see more shaking of the earth. We're going to see more people getting shook to their foundation, right? And shaking us up to wake us the fuck up, right? And if we don't, then we're not headed in a good direction as a human species. And that's sad to say, because the earth and the Gaia will replenish herself. It's when greed, lust, all the lower energies that were basically, right, all the things you were most likely taught become a problem and becomes out of balance. So it's time to get back in sync with our resources of the earth, Taurus. Resources, what we value. It's not just monetary. Do we value the soil that grows our food? Do we value the air we breathe? Do we have a passion within us with the fire energy? Are we listening to our bodies? And that's huge, because we now have the feminine Venus energy, masculine Mars energy, the sacred feminine masculine in the sign of Virgo, which is the everyday, day-to-day life. It's also our body. She's known as the maiden. Mercury just entered Virgo as well. So time to reflect upon, are we in sync with nature? Again, these structures that are going to be falling, that are falling, that have been taking, and never honoring the resources that Mother Earth, planet Earth, sustain us with. Without the earth, we wouldn't be here right now. Without Creator, we wouldn't be here right now. So it's time to get back in sync, and that's really coming up to share about the Uranus energy in Taurus, which is wake the fuck up. You can't be just a taker. We need to be in the universal flow of the masculine feminine of give, receive, flow. Flow is coming up a lot as well. We got the white buffalo calf woman. Wow. So this was coming up to share too, so I'll share it now. We are in Leo season. We had the new moon with the portal, the 8/8 portal, which we are still in today. Go figure. And now we have the Friday the 13th, the goddess number, feminine fertility. Leo is heart. When in balance, the Leo energy is represented by the sun. It's our life force. It's that courageousness. It's the love. It's the heart chakra. It's brave. It's compassionate. It loves to shine. It loves to be playful. So the Leo energy. Now let's go into Virgo season, which is coming up of I'm going to embody that. And everything points us back to being your authentic self. The prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass, the path of love and true abundance. The heart, the truth, the way, the sacred heart is definitely the energy with the sacredness of the white buffalo calf woman. Get in tune with nature. Again, what I was sharing about the Uranus energy in Taurus. Are we holding sacred the earth? A lot of the indigenous did, and then years ago they were hijacked also as well by these fuckers that came in and started taking and honoring the mighty dollar paper over the sacredness. Sometimes we just have to put a line in the sand and say no more. I would like to look this up. And this particular deck, the book is not my favorite because they're not in alphabetical order. So let me just look for her. I want to read just a little bit before we do another card on this beautiful, powerful day. Every day should be passionate. Our time is limited here when we're in our bodies, right? But at the same time, we have to get back in sync with nature. The soles of our shoes were made out of, all these man-made materials. It's time to throw on moccasins, be barefoot on the soil. The North Node in Gemini is also wanting us to do a grassroots foundation, which is small community, growing your food, communicating with each other if you can. I've reached out to my neighbor a few times. She don't want nothing to do with it, so it's like whatever, okay. Getting back in sync with nature because they have hijacked us. There's a small few that love the mighty dollar, that are greedy, that love control. The Pluto energy in Capricorn is going to continue to dismantle and dismantle that energy, and just thinking that, well, I just listened to a thing last night about George Soros. That dude has zero consciousness. He has a mindset of dog eat dog, and think about that. There's many other people that have that same sort of mindset. They will use their dollar by whoever's swayable to influence, to cause chaos, to cause breakdowns in the good things and the roots and the things that really matter on this planet, which is love and honoring everything that's sacred. The earth, the animals, the trees, the breath. So it's time, guys. We are definitely in some revealing things that I believe are going to continue to intensify. The white buffalo calf woman represents the sacred vision that gives us hope that all will be provided for us. The white buffalo calf woman is the primary cultural prophet of the Lakota religion. Buffalo are considered sacred to the Plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. A Lakota legend says that two young scouts went out in search of food during a famine. They saw a stunningly beautiful woman appear before them in the radiant white light. The first scout approached her with unholy intentions. The second scout watched as the first man turned to bones the instant that he tried to touch her. She was clearly Lila Wakan, very holy. Thankfully, he knew this. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew his intentions were good. Again, a lot of us are seeing that, and that's why a lot of light workers have stepped back. We can see through the bullshit now. It's intense, and then we get frustrated because other people can't see it. You can see into the hearts of other people to go, their intentions are pure. That's another thing coming up. Pure intentions. If you don't have pure intentions, it's being so revealed right now. And that's why a lot of us light workers, you know, the intensity of it is a lot. It's too much sometimes. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew his intentions were good. She told him to prepare for her arrival in the village. He went back and gathered everyone together. She appeared before them and taught them the 7 sacred rites of the Lakota people, including the sacred pipe ceremony that binds men and women together in a circle of love and mutual respect. White Buffalo Calf Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our hearts longing into action, we find that our sacred way to move through the world. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and every step. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants for us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. So we got a lot of things coming to the light where there's been shady ass intentions. And I tell you what, that just came to me the other night. It's all about purity and the purity of our intentions. Just like she could see into the heart of the one who chose dark. I don't want to say dark. The one who chose no consciousness, no heart, no listening to the heart. It was all about greed. And there's a lot of that shit being revealed right now, and a lot of us that are awake already can see it and feel it. Wow. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of hope that will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. Ha! Are we seeing manipulation right now, or what? When prayer joins right action, when we move from the intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one of abundant love. I don't know about y'all, but I needed that freaking reminder. The Aquarian call has been asking all of us to be authentic, to have pure intent for not only for ourselves, but the collective. And look, those that walk in the heart may seem like there's few, but the majority of us have been oppressed by the minority of the ones that are just fucking assholes. Let's just call them what they are, because that's what they are. Greedy fucking assholes that want to control, dominate. There's no reason we've been so out of balance. There's no reason why there's one single person on this planet that's hungry, homeless. And so it's time to come into that sacred feminine. And just because the feminine energy is feminine doesn't mean she's not powerful. It doesn't mean we shut up, right? That was like the generation of my mom. The man spoke even if it wasn't even in the heart, and they freaking shut their mouths. Bullshit. That isn't the sacred feminine in balance. The sacred feminine says what the hell she needs to say from a heart-centered space. She speaks truth. She speaks love. She takes right action. She also is one that will be just like the Christ, who I consider a brother, not a guru, is to flip a freaking table when shit's not right. I've been around so many people in my life that shut their mouths in the times when they should have been speaking the fuck up for me. No more of that. I don't put up with it. Don't care who you are. When you see things aren't right or righteous, speak up, because that's the power of the feminine in her power. That's the type of feminine I would love to look up to in my life, to be that powerhouse. And so we're going to do another one from the Sacred Rebel because of this Aquarian energy, asking us to come into our authenticity and to allow our hearts to be the compass. And that goes back to, again, the Uranus awakening energy. Are we in sync with nature, Mother Earth? And I would say for the corporations, you're fucking not, but you're not going to sit there and blame all of us. Meanwhile, you fly around in your jets and you line your pockets. Every journey starts with a single step. So to me, there's a vulnerability in this card. And there's also a cosmic connection that many of us are feeling. We're letting go of the baggage. We're letting go of the programs. Each step, moment by moment. And what's coming up for me a lot is to stay in each present moment, because that's where our power is. Allow our hearts to be there, open. Vulnerability, after you've done your work, is a beautiful, powerful thing. If you're feeling like you can't be vulnerable, you have work to do. Your tribe isn't in sync with you. Your loved ones aren't in sync with you. Boundaries, healthiness, speaking, communicating, unpacking the baggage of lineage that we've carried. Many of us are dropping the ancestral patterns. So remember to take each step, moment by moment. Do your work. Stay in the light. Stay in heart compassion. Again, that doesn't mean that you're a pushover. I think that's all I have for you guys today. Very powerful times. Very intense times as well. So listen to your body. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself. I send this to you guys with so much love. Thanks for sticking by me. For those of you who are still here, I see I lost a few subscribers, and that's, I guess, to be expected. I haven't been on. That's fine too. Let's do one more I Am affirmation just to hit this home today. Blessed Friday the 13th. Let's reclaim all of our power, all of our sovereignty, and basically kick the bullies on the playground, planet Earth's ass, that have hijacked us and still want to control and dominate. They have no power over us. I am able to forgive myself. So if you're awakening, or if you are shedding layers of the ancestral stuff, don't be too hard on yourself. Accept right where you're at in each present moment. Unleash and let go of the baggage. Forgive yourself for the things that you did not know before. When you know better, you do better. And a reminder from the White Buffalo Calf Woman, the sacred way is in your heart, and allow that to be your compass. Much love to you guys. Shalom.